Assalamu alaikum, beloved gems of spiritual miracle tale. You are unique and chosen by Allah to receive these heartwarming stories. May these reminders of His love and mercy enrich your life, bring you peace, and fill your heart with gratitude. You are truly special, and your journey matters here. This story was originally done in Arabic by Safir of Egypt. It is a story taken straight from the Quran, SURAH Al KAHF Cave. I have seen an official translated version of this story. Once upon a time, in a long-forgotten town, there lived two men. One of the men was poor, but he believed in Allah, thankful to Him, well pleased with his life, happy with what Allah has provided him. The other, however, was rich. Allah has given him two beautiful and bountiful gardens, full of ripe fruit and green-topped trees. Rivers flowed through the gardens. Allah also gave tremendous wealth and castles. This rich man was arrogant, greedy with discrediting Allah for His blessings, and never thankful of the great bounty of Allah. One day, he went into one of his gardens, pointing to what it has of castles and fruit, saying in full arrogance, "These castles and gardens and wealth will never be finished, and I will be rich all my life." He enjoyed the bounties of what Allah has provided from the two gardens, of delicious fruits and abundant wealth, never giving charity to the poor nor those who are needy. The believer one day went to him in peace and harmony and told him in a nice tone, "O you rich man, Allah granted you great bounties, and Allah will question you about it on the day of judgment. You should thank your Lord for these blessings and do not be fooled by all this wealth, and do not forget the day of judgment." The rich man got up from his seat very angry and said in arrogance, "Quite, you poor man, and do not advise me. I am far more wealthy than you, and I have many children, and I own a lot of slaves and servants." Then the rich man laughed in ridicule and said, "I do not believe there is a day in which I will be judged in, and who will judge me, and I am the owner of this abundant wealth and power. Even if I were to go back to a Lord that will judge me after I die, as you claim, I will have a great reward and place and much more wealth because I am rich in this life." The poor man said in fear of Allah, "Do you disbelieve in Allah, O rich man? It is Allah that created you from dirt and provided you with all this great wealth, children, slaves, and servants. Even if I am less in wealth and children than you, Allah will give great reward much better than wealth and children. Do not disbelieve in Allah, O owner of the two gardens. Do not disbelieve." The rich man became even more arrogant and insisted on his disbelief, and the believer left him after saying, "Remember that it was Allah who gave you all these blessings, is fully able to take them from you." The believer continued praying to Allah to guide the rich man. Next morning, the rich man went out from his castle to his gardens in full arrogance and foolishness, as was his habit, and when he reached the gardens, he saw a horrible sight. The gardens have become desolate and empty. The trees were dry. The leaves and fruit have fallen off. The river ran dry. Allah had sent upon it a great flood and strong winds, which destroyed all that was in the two gardens during the night without the rich man ever noticing. He went about crying and weeping. He fell to the ground and sat down in great sadness and agony while saying, "I wish I did not associate partners with Allah and disbelieve in Him. I wish I had obeyed the poor man's requests and thanked my Lord." But it was too late for that now, and all the regret did not benefit him after he lost everything in this world and the next.